Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, today I want to talk about looking outside your perspective, looking at things from other people's point of view. Now, maybe to explain it a bit better, would be that last week I was away on holidays. We went over to Holland, over to the Netherlands, and when we got to the airport, I was really surprised that it was really busy. It was like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning in Dublin Airport, and it was full of people. Now, I remember kind of, being on social media, and, sometimes when you're on social media, you kind of get shown the same stories all the time. And I was getting a lot of content, I don't know why, but it was a lot of content of that, we're all broke. We've all got no money. The economy is just tanking, and that it's difficult to get money, make money, and we're just all going through a horrible situation. Now, this was a lot of the content I was getting. I don't know why, but for some reason TikTok decided that I needed to see a lot of content about everything just being desperate at the moment. Now, I'm not saying it's not desperate. It is desperate for some people, but if I was looking at that content all the time on TikTok, it would be very easy for me to believe that this is the same situation as everybody's having at the moment. And yet here I was in Dublin Airport, like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it was packed with people. People were flying off to all different parts of the world. And it kind of got me thinking, everybody's kind of talking about this recession, or that everybody's doing poorly and all this. I'm thinking to myself, if there's no money in the country, this place should be just like a ghost town. There should be nobody flying on planes. And yet, here I was. People were, tickets in hand, going to every corner of the world. And again, too, when we flew over to the Netherlands, when we got over there, again, when we were out, dining in the evenings or even during the day, I would find a lot of people just sitting around, drinking coffee, relaxing, having a good time, and just looking like the whole world was their oyster. And I'm thinking to myself, if everything was so rough, again, it could be for some people, I'm not dismissing that at all, but if it was rough for everybody, these streets should be like a ghost town. Everybody should be working their hearts out. There should be nobody around here. And yet, to go around, I found that different people were living their lives differently depending on whatever financial situation they had. But they weren't living the life the way I assumed everybody was, based on the content I was getting shown on TikTok. So I want to make you aware of that sometimes we get locked into a bubble. Sometimes the people that we hang out with, sometimes the books that we read, sometimes the content that we get shown on social media makes us believe that everybody sees things the same way we do. Everybody takes the same actions as we do. Everybody, is in the same situation, financial situation, or finding it difficult to get subscribers or followers or views. Everybody is in the same situation. But you'll find that when you get outside that bubble, you'll find that people are living lives completely different than you. Now, sometimes it could be luck. Sometimes maybe somebody just is wealthy and will never have to work. But you'll find that some people will look at their business completely different than you. Sometimes they'll, won't have problems getting email subscribers. They won't have problems getting people to follow them or, watch their content or buy their products. You might say, well, I'm having difficulty selling a digital product for $27. And then you go over here and someone over here is selling a digital product for $997. And you're thinking to yourself, how the hell can this be? I assumed everybody that I'm selling to is broke, is having difficulty coming up at $27, and yet I've got people over here who are willing to pay this particular person $997 for a digital product. So I want you to make you aware of that, is that, it's very easy for us to get into our little bubble, believe that, we need to be putting content on a particular platform because everybody that we know is doing that. It's easy to believe that we should write the same blog post as everyone else because all the people we know write blog posts on that topic. So what I want you to just bear in mind today is that not to get locked into your little bubble. Step outside from it. Have a look and see, is there anyone else doing things differently than you? Now, that person in that bubble probably believes that everything they do, the world is that way. So we have our own kind of vision of what the world is like, vision of how to do business, visions of what our customers are like, and we believe that that is the same as everyone else. But as I said, I got a big wake-up call when I went to Dublin Airport, believing all the content on TikTok that everybody was broke, everybody didn't have two beans to rub together, and yet here I was in an airport that was jam-packed with people flying to places all over the world. So bear that in mind today, that sometimes, the way you see things or the way you act, which might be working for you, but sometimes it could be maybe a better way. Sometimes it could be, a good reason why you shouldn't be putting the same content on the same platform as everyone else. So maybe stand up, have a look around, look outside the bubble that you're in and see maybe is there a better way to do it? Is everyone creating the same content? Is everyone on the same platform? Is everyone selling their products at the same price as you are? Because you're going to find that that's not the case. So maybe not get locked into the mindset that you have, the actions that you take, the people that you sell to, your prices, whatever. Because you'll find that when you look outside your bubble, the things are far, far different than you realize. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.